last season, we were one of the favorites. We had a good draft. I was one of the more experienced coaches. And we won the title race till the end, and we were only short of winning by 2 spots, 3 points, and a bit of differential. This season, however, has nothing to do with last season. People look at our draft and are like, maybe that's not the best draft. People think we're an underdog now. People don't rate us too highly. People don't think we have a good shot at winning the title. And to those people I say, you're wrong. Now, while I might not be 100% happy with the draft and our team in general, I still trust every single one of these players to put in the work in every matchup possible. And I'm gonna try to bring out the best out of every team member. Let it be Manaphy, who no one would ever question to be a good Pokemon. Let it be Behemoth, a mon that I'm not very happy with that I got. Or let it be Garbodor, a mon that I wanted from the start, but a lot of people were looking at and be like, why would you draft that? You know, just look, just watch and see what we can do. We're still the Bayern Munich. I'm still the same coach. I'm more experienced. I'm gonna put in even more work than I did last season, even more effort than I did last season, to show everyone that the monster I chose are worthy of being on the Bayern Munich and are worthy of winning this title. Am I worthy? We'll have to find out. But the team is for sure. Our first opponent, unfortunately, is one of our hardest in this entire season. Keyno of the FC Eeveeton. His draft is scary. His draft has a pretty decent matchup against us, but we still have some major win conditions. Kyurem, Megalodactyl, Manaphy, Jolteon, I'm looking at you. You 4 can all put in the finest of work in this game. We just have to play well, and we can get this first victory in the first game of the season. And if we beat one of the title favorites in Keyno, we're right back in the title race and people are looking at us as a threat again. Let's go out there and play. Yo, what is up, PPL fans, and welcome to week 1 of season 2 of the Pokemon Premier League. I'm your coach, Charlie, coach of the Bayern Mewnich, and we're up against Keyno of the FC Eeveeton. Now, if you didn't watch the team building video, I will go over the team I brought very quickly. I brought Shaman, defensive Registeel, defensive Manaphy, Aerodactyl, Scarf Kyurem, and Assault Vest Jolteon. If you want to see in depth what I brought, the link will be down in the description below to my team building video, and you can see what I exactly brought and why I brought it. And the team that Keyno decided to bring consists of, first up, a Azumarill, a massive threat to my team. I don't have a safe switch-in because the game didn't give us many safe switch-ins to the moves that Azumarill has, combined with its power. Between Shaman, Registeel, and Manaphy, I think it can deal with it, and Jolteon can also, of course, do a lot of damage while taking 1 Aqua Jet if it really comes down to it. And you get rid of Azumarill so Kyurem can put in work, basically. So, next up, he brought Swampert, which is an annoyance but not a threat because it's a Swampert. It's always going to be more annoying to take down. He could be a Rindoberry Mirror Code variant. I faced that in a task match against I don't know who it was actually, but yeah, it could be that set which I would have to look out for. Could be a problem. Yeah. Next up, he brought Latias. I am not surprised by that. Latias isn't too big of a threat as long as I keep Registeel around. However, it is once again annoying because it switches into Shaman fairly safely. And if it's a Calm Mind variant, it turns into a massive threat if it's Calm Mind and Roost. But even then, I think Registeel can deal with it. Registeel just doesn't care about Latias at all. Moving on, he brought Cobalion. Cobalion is... it's a bit of a threat. If he brings a setup variant, that could be problematic. Because my only way of really dealing with that is Manaphy with Scald Burns and, you know, chewing hits, all that stuff. But a Calm Mind variant could be very, very threatening. Yeah, as you can see, Calm Mind Sweepers are a bit of a problem for the team that I brought this week. But you know, that's just how it goes. If he's a Rock Polish variant, then Aerodactyl is not going to be able to Revenge Kill it after prior damage. Neither is Jolteon, so could be a problem. But like I said, I was expecting a Taunt variant. Just because that will have him take on Registeel, will have him prevent rocks on his side of the field. And, you know, prevent Manaphy from setting up, for example. Next up, he brought the big threat in Thundurus T. Not surprised at all. I'm expecting a Scarf variant to outspeed my Aerodactyl. And yeah, I have Jolteon for that, my Assault Vest Jolteon with Synchronize. If you didn't watch the team building video, I do in fact have that beautiful move. So I'm not too worried, but as soon as Jolteon goes down, Thunderous turns into a gigantic, enormous threat. Because he can have coverage to hit everything on my team super effectively between Focus Blast, T-Bolt, and Sludge Wave. So, definitely need to look out for that and need to keep Jolteon somewhat healthy, which is why I have Healing Wish on Shaman. So, and the last one that he brought is Amoonguss, which is really annoying because I don't have a safety goggles use or anything. My grass type is weak to Sludge Bomb, so I'm not going to switch that in anytime soon. However, I do have Sleep Talk on Kyurem, so that could be a thing. And I can also bluff the safety goggles on Kyurem if I switch into a Sludge Bomb, for example. So, that's a team that Keyno brought, and my screen is going black, and I do not approve. Okay, thank you. He didn't bring Entei, which is surprising, not really, because I have Aerodactyl and Manaphy. I can definitely understand why he did not bring it. But that gives Manaphy more free room to switch into things like Cobalion without having to worry too much about its health. Also, I don't need to keep Arrow healthy, particularly. Because he doesn't have any priorities outside of Azumarill, which is going to do both out anyway. Expecting AV Azumarill, by the way, because of Kyurem once again. So yeah, that's basically all I have about the team. Like I said, if you want to know in depth my team, go into the team building video. Check out Keyno because he's amazing. Thank you to Jack, the Don Fanatic, for recording my game. Fucking stop, laptop. His link will be in the description as well. And yeah, I think that's basically it, and let's just get into this game. Okay, let's get into this match. You can see his teams in front of you, and you can also see Jack's mouse. Thanks, Jack. Also, shout out to Raikwin for joining my mons, by the way. That's also a thing I should mention. His link will also be in the description. So, here's issuing a challenge. Nice. So, I sent out Evergreen. I decided to lead with Evergreen just because it takes on Swampert. It takes on a decent amount of his team, and he leads with Amoonguss, the one thing I didn't want to see. So, I'm not going to risk anything. I'm just going to switch right out into my Kyurem. Because if you want to go for Spore, I do have Sleep Talk. And if you just go for Sludge Bomb, I can chew that. So, also, I can bluff being safety goggles if he doesn't go for Spore right away. Which he doesn't. He just goes for the safe Sludge Bomb, which does a considerable chunk, 51 HP. Pretty decent. So yeah, I decided to go for Ice Beam here. He has room as a safe switch in, but I didn't want to risk anything. I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Beam. At this point, he probably thinks that I'm safety goggles, which is good for me. It will prevent him from going for a thing. For a Spore. He turned out to be Assault Vest, and I get the freeze on the Azumarill, and I am so sorry because Azumarill is a huge threat, and it could be neutered for the entire game right now. So I decided to go into Manaphy. It's my safest play because I can take every hit. It's also frozen, so the other thing I decided to go for Scald. If he stays in, I thaw him out, but that's fine. And he decides to go to Zeus, his Thunderous, probably fearing me to set up so he can just destroy me with a Thunderbolt. But I just go for the safe Scald, get damage or burn on anything. And I actually managed to score the burn on Thunderous as well, so I'm getting really lucky this game already. So okay, that's fun, not really. So I just switch out Manaphy here right away. I don't want to risk anything, and if he's physical, I don't risk that either because he's burnt now. So I'm just going to Jolteon. He reveals U-turn, which made me think maybe he's physical. Probably not though, because specialist bad against my team. U-turn doesn't do too much, and Jolteon is in here. He decides to bring in his Duocorn, his Cobalion, and I was scared of just being Scarfed, but I was like, he's not gonna bring Scarf Cobalion, why would he? So I just go for Volt, which get a decent chunk of damage off on the thing. And go right out into Manaphy because it's my best thing to take a hit that I have at this point, because, Cobalion, I don't really have too much. And he goes for Rock Polish, turns out to be a setup variant, which is slightly scary, but as long as I keep Manaphy around, I'm fine. So he switches out knowing that he can't really touch my Manaphy. And while after his Latias, I just have to go for a safe Scald that can get a burn or a lot of damage off on the Cobalion, or burn on anything. But thankfully I don't get a burn on Latias. That would be kind of a bit too much hacks. And I have to switch into Registeel here. I don't have a reason not to make that play. He pulls a double into Cobalion, which is fine, because I still have Manaphy around. So, he makes a great double into Cobalion, actually. It's a good play on his part, in my opinion. Sorry, I did bring something. But I don't think it doesn't threaten me at this point. I still have Manaphy. I just switch right out. I was considering staying in and just going for, Earthquake or Stealth Rock. But that would be a terrible play, as you can see right now. I go to Manaphy, and he sets up a Sword Stand. So he's a double lance Cobalion. Really good planning on Keyno's part, seeing that thing pretty much destroys my team. So, he goes for Close Combat. This is +2 Cobalion, and Manaphy chooses it. So, shout out to Tiny for taking that hit. He also reveals to be Life Orb right now. And I go for Scald, knowing I can probably kill this at -1, and I can also get a burn if it doesn't kill. And it kills because Manaphy is a lord. And Competitor goes down. Oh, I just almost choked. So Manaphy getting the first kill of the season for the Bayern Munich, and we're up 6-5. So right now he decides to bring out his Thunderous, of course, that's his best play. And I make the safe play into Jolteon again. I don't really have to risk anything. I didn't see a reason not to. I could have probably made the safe middle into Shaman, but eh. Here you see that he has the hidden power ground right here, and as you can see, that does nothing. Southwest Jolteon is too strong, and right here I really want to click Synchronize, just because I want to see the animation, but I unfortunately couldn't because I knew he would switch. Also really wanted to click Volt Switch, expecting a switch, but I didn't think it was worth it because Jolteon was already weakened. So just go for the safe Shadow Ball. As Frozen Zoomer comes in, takes a decent chunklet, and I go for Volt Switch. I'm not sure if that was the best play because it would have thought out and went for Aqua Jet. My Thunderous check would have been pretty much dead. So not the best play on my part, honestly. But there's no cancel button on Wi-Fi, so yeah. I just make the safe play into Shaman right here. If he thaws out, I can shoot every hit, but he stays frozen. Really unfortunate, but yeah, I'm sorry. But it's just how it happens. I just go for the safe Giga Drain. He's thankfully not Sap Sip Azumarill, which I was kind of worried about, not gonna lie. You know, defensive Scald variant would probably bop my team. So he brings out a Mungus, which I can't really touch. HPI is going to do Assault, nothing. And I just switch into I switch into Manaphy, expecting a Spore because Manaphy is not too important at this point. And if he Spores, that's completely fine by me. But he pulled it into Latias, probably expecting my Kyurem, and probably expecting Kyurem to be safety goggles as I bluffed first turn. So, and right here I make a really stupid play that I don't understand. I don't know if he's sitting at decent health, and I have Registry in the back, which doesn't care about anything that Latias does. And I stay with Manaphy. I don't know why, but I let Manaphy die right here for no reason. Sorry, Tiny Blue, but you're going down. 1 kill, 1 death in this game. You still did good work. I'm proud of you. You're MVP. Not quite, but probably. So right here I bring out Aerodactyl because I can get off my Mega. I can do a shitload of damage. He's at -2, so he won't do too much. I Mega up. He's not fearing Crunch or Dragon Claw apparently, which, you know, fair enough, because that probably would have killed him. Not sure. I didn't calculate because I don't have it. Airlace, though I know, is a 2-hit kill unless he's fully physically defensive, which he turns out not to be, but he has Healing Wish, which is scary because that means he can bring out his Thunderous again, back at full health without the burn, and Jolteon is weakened right now. So yeah, that's fun. So right now, he brings the Thunderous, gets back to full, as you can see right here, and basically this turns into a 50-50 because I can bring in Jolteon and I expected T-Bolt, I can stay in expecting an HP ground, or I can just completely avoid that 50-50 and go into Registry and not care about anything that he does. Because for T-Bolt right here I can double back onto Jolteon because I know he's scarfed. So he clicks the save U-turn button because if I set in with Aerodactyl he still had Swampert in the back, which can shoot every hit fairly convincingly. So good play in his part in my opinion. So he brings a team player, he's Swampert. And I know I can live in Earthquake because I'm a Registeel. If he specs Earth Power, I think that's the only way he could OHKO me. I don't think Banded Earthquake would kill me. So I just got my rocks here because they will weaken Thunderous again to the point where I can, you know, deal with it a bit more reliably. He goes for Earthquake. It doesn't do too much, 80 HP, which still means I want to switch the hell out. I'm not going to drop a Toxic on this thing, which I would really like to do. And keep Registeel at decent health just in case I need it at some point. That'd be Thunderous or whatever. Even the Mungus is Sleep Fodder. So, go to Evergreen Shaman here, and he goes for Scald, expecting a switch, potentially to Aerodactyl, or just a switch in general to get damage off. Even Shaman, you know, burn would be nice. He does not get the burn, however. Does basically no damage because Shaman is a Lord. And at this point, I decided to go for HPIs, expecting either Thunderous or Mungus to come in. Just to get some damage off on it, but he stays in, and he reveals to be Mirror Coat, which means he's also Rindo Berry. So, which is fine by me. That means Shaman is going to go down next turn because I'm not going to switch anything else in because I don't have anything else to kill it. Just go for Giga Drain. He chose to get Rindo Berry. He can live it, but I figured he would be in range for anything else on my team to kill him. Anything else being Kyurem or my Aerodactyl. Also, I lived one in test matches. I lived a Miracle with like 15 HP left or something. So it was like, I can probably live one. However, I don't. I just drop. Evergreen goes down. Thank you for putting in the work, and checking things. So now bring up ANDiTKO because I'm pretty sure Aerialace can kill from this range, and it's gonna be a fun time as it said, but he doesn't want HP. And he goes for Skull Torrent boosted, and I live because ANDiTKO is a beast, but I get burned. So that's the payback hacks. ANDiTKO not doing anything this game because of a low damage roll and a burn from a Torrent boosted Skull. So really unfortunate there, but what can you do? Also didn't go to Kyurem right away because I was fearing a miracle potentially. So that's that. Now I can go into Kyurem though. Miracle as in he could have lived an Ice Beam permanent potentially and just miracled me. Didn't want to risk that. Wasn't sure what the spread was. So just go for Ice Beam, swap it, goes down, and that's the first kill for our big win condition. Or one of our big win conditions. So he brings out Thunderous, which means he has Focus Blast. He definitely has Focus Blast. I'm not gonna switch in Jolteon right away because it gets too weak from the range that it's at. So I go into Registeel as fodder, and also knowing I can live one Focus Blast. I'm pretty sure I can live one. He hits the first one, which is good for him. I live on 2 HP because Registeel is a god. From what I later on found out is a modest Thunderous, so that's pretty impressive. Right here I just go for Second Toss in case he misses, which he does, which is nice for me, which means I can get more damage off the thing, which guarantees Jolteon to kill it with a Synchronize. Pretty much guarantees it. I think, yeah, that's about 47%, so it's a guaranteed kill from there, if it comes down to it. So, he just goes, no, he switches into Amoonguss right here, and this is where the battle gets a tiny bit stally. So, my commentary is going to be probably less insightful for the next couple of minutes. I just go for an Seismic Toss because damage is damage is damage is damage. As we all know by now. It doesn't do too much because Moon's has massive HP, but it's still chip damage that I can very much use. Just in case, he's spit deaf or something, he can maybe lift an Ice Beam from Kyurem. I'm not sure about the Cax right now, I had them in head when playing, but just continue to go for Seismic Toss. I do outspeed because Registeel is a bit faster than the incredibly slow Amoonguss. Put him around below half. He goes for Empower. Pretty sure it was Fire, but it's not. He was supposed to have Fire, but he misgenned, or whoever dent his team misgenned. Which means he basically has HP Dark, I'm pretty sure. That means Registeel is there to live another day and Amoonguss can't kill me. I might even be able to beat this 1v1. So, goes for Seismic Toss right here and put the thing fairly low in health. As he, I think, goes for Spore. He does go for Spore, putting him to sleep and giving him the ability to potentially, maybe, just maybe, still beat my Registeel. So, leftovers, Black Sludge, all that things happen, and this is not gonna be fun. And at this point, I pretty much have the game with Jolteon. Well, if Registeel, I can go into Kyurem, fire with an Ice Beam and kill thing. It doesn't matter what it is, it's gonna die. If he switches, I just win. If he stays in with Amoonguss, I let Kyurem Dive Blast, then bring out Jolteon and just kill the Thunderous off and finish it with a Synchronize. So, at this point, I have the game in the bag. I won. Unless something crazy happens and he gets a crit with his Focus Blast, which wouldn't be fun. So just go for another Seismic Toss right here as I wake up after only one turn of sleep, which is nice. It doesn't make a difference particularly. Yeah. This is not a fun part to watch. I think wasn't bothering me in the battle, but right now it is. So yeah. I'm just gonna continue to go for Seismic Tosses. I'm not gonna kill the thing from this range, however, that's fine. He goes for Giga Drain, still does not kill me, which is impressive because Registeel is a beast. Which means Registeel can pick up its first KO of the season right here, because another Seismic Toss will kill this Amoonguss, and also Thunderous will die if it decides to switch in for whatever reason. So yeah, hey, Registeel gets a kill, and he's gonna bring in Thunderous after this. And I really want to finish off this game with Synchronize. However, first I would have risked my differential. I did not. And also I would have risked a crit on my Jolteon. That's the main problem. So I would have gone for Earthquake right here, just in case he misses a Focus Blast, so I can finish off with Synchronize. But I really didn't want to risk a crit on my Jolteon, considering how this game went for both of us. He misses a Focus Blast, and that's gonna be the game. Seismic Toss finishing off Thunderous right here with a beautiful animation. That's the 3-0 victory for the Bayern Mewnich in the first game of the PPL Season 2. Whew! Registeel picking up 2 KOs. We beat one of the hardest matchups we had, one of the best teams in the league. one of the best drafts, and I'm really happy. MVP is probably between Jolteon, Manaphy, and Registeel. Even Shaman has a bit of a play in it, a bit of a word in that, but not too much. I guess Kyurem with its freeze was nice, but MVP I'm gonna give that to Jolteon right now. I think. God damn it, laptop stop. Maybe Manaphy, but thumbnail is Jolteon because it deserves to be there. MVP, I want to say Jolteon just because it got nice chip damage off on Cobalion, which was really important, and it also obviously kept Thundurus in check, which was really important because Thundurus, as I said, was a massive threat to my team. Yeah. So that's gonna be our first victory of the season against Keyno. Make sure to check him out in the description down below. He's an amazing dude. He makes amazing graphics. And yeah, I think Camtasia is dying right now. I don't know if this is still working. So make sure to check him out. Link will be down in the description below. And next week we're going against Colton, Shadow Gaming Hub, and the the Osaka Eevees. So we get two new players in the league with Eevee nicknames or Eevee team names right away, which is nice. Yeah, that's going to be that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out Keyno, like I said. Make sure to check out the PPL links in the description down below because content and tweets and stuff, important things. And yeah, we got the first win. I'm not sure the last game hasn't played yet because of scheduling issues. So, but at minimum we're third on the table after the first game, potentially second because it was a 4-0. I'm not gonna say what game that was, but it was a 4-0, and one game still has to be played. So, yeah. As I said, MVP Jolteon because keeping Thundurus in check, getting the important damage off on Cobalion, and just generally being a bit of a threat to his team. I wish ANDiTKO would have done something, but it didn't. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hopefully see you guys next week in week 2 of the PPL. As I said, we're gonna face Colton. He also has a really scary draft. I think he was #1 of the power rankings if they are up by this point. I know the rankings, but I don't think it's up yet, so you don't know that. He probably is up there. I'm not 100% sure. But he has a really solid draft. However, he doesn't have league experience yet, so I have a slight advantage in that case, in that regard, because I have experience. So yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and supported by Bayern Mewnich because we're going for that fucking title again. Again, as in we tried last season, and we're gonna try again. If we're gonna win it, I don't know. I just want to have a good season, and you have a good season by trying to win every game. That's my view at this. So yeah, as I said, leave a like. I didn't say that, but leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. I'll appreciate all 3 of those, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.